All right, so today we're talking about Chapter 4, Section 3, Day 2. Because I didn't count Friday's unit circle as a day, so this is Day 2.
Don't forget the reference guide.
Trig on the unit circle is still what we're doing. Part 1, which really is only one part 1. We're talking about reference angles. Reference angles, what are they? What are they used for? They're used to compare any angle on the unit circle with an angle in quadrant 1. So that way you don't have to know every cosine, sine, tangent all the way around the circle. If you know the ones in quadrant 1, then you can find the value of that one and then just figure out if it's positive or negative based on where it is on what quadrant you're in. So a reference angle is always made with the x-axis. So it's the shortest way to get to the x-axis. It could be, we don't care if it's going up, down, it's just the shortest way to the x-axis. And it's always acute and positive. It's acute because it's the shortest distance to the x-axis. And positive because we're just looking at the absolute value of the angle. So the size of the angle, we don't care about the direction. The magnitude, we're not worried about the direction, just what is the value, the size of the angle, the magnitude. So for the first set of homework questions you're going to have, it's going to say sketch an angle and find its reference angle. So first one is to sketch 300 degrees and find its reference angle. So we're just doing a quick, easy sketch. XY axis. So I'm going to sketch 300 degrees. 300, I know 360 is right there. I know 270 is down here. So 270 and then 30 is going to get me to here. And that's my 300 degree angle. I need to show that it goes from the initial side around to the terminal side. That's a positive 300 degrees. So now I need to find its reference angle. According to these instructions, the reference angle is the shortest way to get to the x-axis, the shortest distance to the x-axis. So here's the x-axis, here's my angle. So it's this angle in between is going to be the reference angle. That's my reference angle. So then to calculate it, I take whichever is the bigger number, because remember we're only concerned about the size of the angle, not whether it's positive or negative. So whichever of those numbers is bigger, in this case it's the 360, and then subtract the 300. So that means the reference angle is 60 degrees. That's it. So since we were on this angle, it was in quadrant 4, we were on the right side of the y-axis, we went to the 360. If we were on the left side, we would have connected to 180 because that's the side that we're on to make an acute angle. All right, so the second example, that was a degree example, so a radian example, negative 2 pi over 3. Sketch the angle and find its reference angle. All right, so we're going to sketch it. We have negative 2 pi over 3. I don't like sketching the negative angle right away. I prefer to sketch the positive version of that angle and then reflect it over the x-axis to get to the negative one. Since this is over 3, when I label my points, like I know this is pi, but instead of putting it as pi, since my denominator of my angle is 3, I'm going to write this as 3 pi over 3, which is the same thing as 1 pi, right? But now they have matching denominators. Okay, and I'm looking for 2 pi over 3 because I'm just doing the positive version right now. So 2 over 3, and there's 3 over 3. So it's almost there, right? It's just a little short. 2 pi over 3. is going to be here. It doesn't have to be exact. And this would be the positive version. That is positive 2 pi over 3. But I need to sketch negative 2 pi over 3. Well, to get the negative, you just reflect it over x-axis. So here, it's going to be this one. That's negative 2 pi over 3. And it goes around this way because it's a negative angle. All right, so now I need to find the reference angle. Reference angle is the shortest way to the x-axis. So the shortest way to the x-axis is going to be here. Just connect to the x-axis. That angle, that acute angle that's between 3 pi over 3 and negative 2 pi over 3. So I just want to know what is the value between these. If I have 3 pi over 3, and I subtract 2 pi over 3, that gives me 1 pi over 3, or pi over 3. So the reference angle is the distance between our sketched angle and the x-axis. That's it for finding the reference angle.